Online now, I've got one of the most successful Irish singers ever, from the 60s right through to today. He's had numerous number ones, numerous hits, numerous multi-selling albums, and quite literally thousands upon thousands of live performances. It's great to say a big hello to Brendan Shine. Brendan, how are you?
Jerry, it's great to talk to you, and I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're going well and surviving the current circumstances, as they say.
I'm cocooned, as the man says. I'm cocooned.
Right.
First time in my life I was ever cocooned, Jerry.
Yes, there you go. It just goes to show you new experiences all the time.
That's right. But I must say I'm enjoying it. I'm I live in the countryside. I live on the farm, and there's no trouble. I can go down on the farm every day, and the birds are singing early in the morning, and the weather is so beautiful here in Ireland, and we have no traffic, and we have very few airplanes in the sky, and the air is extremely very, very clear, and it's a great time to be alive in Ireland.
Indeed. In a scene like that, it is fabulous, and the weather has been absolutely incredible since lockdown.
Yeah.
Brenda, you've been around for what is a huge length of time with huge success. Starting off back in the 1960s.
Yeah, I started in the Cayley bands back in 63 or 64, and I was with the Cayley band for practically 5 years, and then we started our own band in 68. So I've been going ever since, and never stopped really.
Indeed. It's an incredible success. I mean, you've had so many hits. Go right back to, even O'Brien has no place to go. And then, of course, the huge success of Do You Want Your Old Lobby Washed Down?
O'Brien has no place to go was back in 1970, 71, a bunch of violets before that. And then I'd about 6 number ones or 7 number ones in the 70s. And then in 79, of course, it had You Want Your Old Lobby Washed Down, and then of course followed that by Catch Me If You Can, My Name Is Dan. And yeah, I've been very, very lucky, Jerry. I've been very lucky, and I've been very lucky with the songs, and I've been very lucky with my career. I've had a great career in music, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Indeed. And you've travelled, as well as having all the success in Ireland and everything else, I mean, you've travelled all over the world.
Yeah, well, our music has got us around. Nowadays, you see, the barriers are all broken. And the early days, when we started with the Cayley band, you just kind of played for Irish people, maybe in England and in Scotland and in America, New York and Boston and places like that. But nowadays, in the event of, with multimedia and that, Irish music is acceptable now all over the world. So you could your music can take you anywhere, really,
Indeed it can, and it is, and it's actually opening up with the new technology and YouTube and Spotify and all of that.
Yeah.
It's actually opening up the markets to Irish music in literally all over the world.
All over the world, and you get people looking for stuff. It's amazing from all over the world. They're tuning into Irish websites, and the World Wide Web the world got very, very small all of a sudden through the web. Indeed
it has. And I was mentioning about all the, you're mentioning there some of the hits which you've had. I mean, you've had many more. I mean, this you couldn't even begin to name them. But you've actually got a new release coming out.
Yes, I've got a new one. It's called, it's my new album, and it's called Let It Shine, Shine, Shine. A song that was written for me by a man from England, actually. And I just thought the title of the song was very, very, very good.
Yes.
A man called Dave Sheriff. I'm sure you're probably very familiar with Dave Sheriff.
Oh, I am indeed. Yes. Yeah, prolific songwriter.
And then I've got a lot of original songs on it. PJ Murray, he has 2 songs on it. The Parish Hall, which is one of the singles that are probably coming out to start. And he also, of course, wrote "I'm Not the Only Cowboy in the West." And I've got a song from Henry McMahon, a song called "The Garden Swing," which is proven a very, very popular song as well. So all in all, I'm very, very pleased with it. And my daughter Emily is doing a duet on it as well. She does a cover version of a U2 song called "All I Want Is You."
Oh yes, know the song well. And you actually released the song "I'm Not the Only Cowboy in the West" was actually released as a single.
That was a single. That was the single. That was the single earlier on in the year. Yeah.
Indeed, and it was very, very popular approved as well.
It's a kind of a tongue in cheek it's a kind of we always regard cowboys as the people that the work on the western films and rounding up the cattle and all that kind of thing. But we have our own breed of a cowboy here in Ireland, and it's the type of a cowboy that doesn't dress up, that type of thing. And he can, they're very familiar sights, and in Dáil Éireann and places like that, and anyone that has, it's a great old saying in Ireland, like, you're some cowboy. If a fella is a bit of a character, they tend to call him a cowboy sometimes,
Indeed. Yeah, it's a cracking song, it really is. I'll have to say, I did hear you singing live the Parish Hall. It's a fabulous, fabulous song.
Yeah, the Parish Hall sums up, I started off, I did my first gig in the local Parish Hall in Drum, just outside that lawn. And I did my first ever broadcast there from our local Parish Hall. And I'd say that, the Parish Hall or the Village Hall, if you have, or the Village Halls you have in England, the Parish Hall is where a lot of people started, and where a lot of people went to their first dance, or maybe went to their first concert. It all starts in the local area, and goodness is not. So I wanted to kind of capture that in a song, and I asked PJ Murray to write that song for me, and he really captured it very well. And something, with the way things at the moment, we might be all just going back to our parish halls again.
Indeed. Changed times. PJ Murray, PJ Murray is an incredible songwriter. He's written just so many, many great songs.
He has come. He's one of the. He reminds me of the late great Shag Connors, who wrote songs for me, or the late Patsy Farrell, who wrote some great songs for me, like Where the Three Counties Meet, or The Road to Abbey Shrew, or Christmas Time in Ireland. He's able to paint a picture in a song, which is very, very hard done,
Indeed, he is a master craftsmith at songwriting. No questions. You've been a busy lad. Continually, you were doing a tour with Mike Denver.
Yes, this year I did guesting. I guested on Mike Denver's big concert tour here in Ireland, and it's been a huge success. And of course, we got about 3/4 ways through, and then we were all with the COVID-19. All the gatherings were cancelled, but we have to. They've been rescheduled twice, but I have a funny feeling they'll be rescheduled again, because I'd say it'll be a long time before we get back to normality again in Ireland, anyway.
Indeed, probably the same all over the world. But things are looking good at the moment. Things are, shall we say, slowly improving in Ireland on the situation.
Well, it is, but it'll be a long way off before we get back to normal. And they say until they pick up a vaccine for this, we're all still at risk, and that is a long way off. It's only just a matter of being able to control it now. Being able to control it and keep. We haven't seen our grandchildren for 7 weeks. Like, it's unbelievable.
Wow, that is something. And it just shows that it's got to be done. It's all for the better.
Well, hopefully for them, anyway. Well, naturally, for everybody. If everybody obeys the rules, I suppose they will be able to get it. Fair play to the government in Ireland. They're very, very diligent, and they got on top of it very, very quickly. And everybody, rode in. It was great. It's amazing how when the pressure is on and when people's backs are to the wall, they will row in.
Indeed, and certainly it's been a mammoth.
We've just done a song with Michael English wrote a song called "The Sing With Me," and it's about the people. It's about the people that are in the firing line and looking after all the people. So we all, about 40 of us, got together. Myself and Emily sang a couple of lines on it, and all the other artists, Mike Denver and all the Louise Morrissey and all that. So it's going very well. It's up on, I think it's on Facebook with Michael English now, and it's very, very popular.
It is, yes. I actually have a copy of it. I've already played it here on the radio, and it is a cracking song. Yeah. Huge amount of people involved in it, and I did see yourself and Emily on it. Very, very good. And here again, it's down to technology, Brendan.
Down to technology. None of us, we all did that in our own homes. Nobody stood outside their own home. Everybody did it. It's called Zooming, I think. Zooming, I think they call it, with the phones. And we all were able to do that in our own homes. And he was able to put it together and put a masterpiece together through technology, which I thought it's amazing, totally amazing.
It is. Which it's mind-boggling, to be honest, when you think about it. Back in the days, when you began recording in the 1960s. Yep. Brendan, listen, that's where I'm going to leave it. It's lovely to catch up with you. Lovely to speak to you. I'm glad that the weather is good and that you're enjoying life on the farm in the Midlands.
Well, indeed, I haven't. I found out places in the house and found out places in the farm that I didn't even really exist up to this because it was only a hit and miss type of thing. But Jerry, it's great talking to you and to all your listeners all over the world and all your listeners in England. We miss them. We miss not seeing the people, and we've had a great experience and a great career in England, and we do miss it. And I just want to say, all your people that listen to you, say hello to them all and wish them well. And like ourselves, I hope that we'll get to the end of this awful thing. It's they're terrible times, but that everybody will stay safe and everybody will obey the rules. And please God, we'll all come out at the other end.
Indeed, Brendan, thank you very much. Indeed, great to speak with you. Stay safe.
Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.